Hi guys, today let's talking about why we love to watching these sky restoration shows and where can be hidden danger. Patrick's Garage. Grab your snack, welcome back. So, guys, we like to watching these movies about car restoration. Yes, their pattern of all these shows, they want to find old dusty car in the garage where they can find this car, and then all these show they want to restore this car, so they want to attract the viewers. But where they focused on the beautiful looking attractive shape of the car. They don't want to rebuild these complex things. They don't want to rebuild the motor, transmission, and what we can learn from this show. Probably nothing, only inspiration. But this inspiration can be not true. Yes, they're attractive. New paint. They can attract us for this, inspire us for restoration process. Probably if we have old car or we want to buy this car, we can imagine how attractive our car will be after this process of restoration. But where will be danger? I want to say you about that. Danger will be hidden. Probably more later you figure it that this is unaffordable. This is process not easy. Yes, they saw attractive, beautiful looking car, especially from long distance. Yes, but what about engine? What about transmission? Yes, when you're watching this show, they probably sometimes they just don't want to rebuild the engine and they can buy more modern engine or they want to buy or they send this engine for workshop where they want to rebuild and then they just want to install this engine. If this engine not matches, they want to cut out their firewall tunnel and they want to install this engine for their car. But main thing in car repair, in car restoration, engine restoration, transmission restoration, suspension restoration. Yes, a lot of electronic complex things. And they want to install new wires, they want to install new ignition system, but when you restore your own car, you want to do something opposite. You want to restore your car in pristine shape. You want to save this ignition. You want to save engine in this condition as it was done in the factory because will be false. You don't want to cheating yourself with this restoration. Only visible things. You want to painting the car. Yes, it looks attractive. But what inside? We treasure our old car for simplicity, not for their looking shape so attractive, which they want to attract us to watching their shows, this modern paint, you know. They want to remove all this surface of old paint. They want to painting this car professionally, not by our hands. So then this process, sweetie process of assembling car. So they don't want to messing with transmission. All this dirty work, not so attractive for looking, but we want to continue watch these shows. They want to use this shining color, these paints for this car just to attraction. They don't want to spend time to rebuild the engine, but we want to rebuild our old systems so they can working properly. And this is more main treasure for us to rebuild car for pristine shape. We treasure this car for their engine, for their engineers build it these cars more smarter than today, and they reliable not for their paint. They reliable in their engine. What under the hood we want to restore properly. But when you're watching these shows, you see how they painting the best match of color. They don't want to show you how to rebuild the engine, how to find and install proper OEM parts for your carburetor, for your ignition, but this is the main thing. So they can be very dangerous because guy want to buy old car, but he can't imagine how a lot of work will be hidden in this car. So as a result, a lot of unfinished projects online. So sadly, but this is so. You want to go and find cars online if you want to buy this car for restoration because they quit guys realized that not they not able to continue this project. Probably they disassembling this car, but later they figured that they not able, they have no time because you want to spend a lot of time for car restoration. You never watching this in on the TV. You can't figure it how a lot of time this require. Yes, I want to admit that I'm bored. Unfinished project. You know my green color Volvo 140 series 1972. Yes, also was disassembled. Engine was disassembled. All these things was disassembled. This car only was painted. Yes, car was painted this color, number of this color 110 by Volvo numbers of color, green color, yes, this is looks like sport color, green color. So yes, color was really attractive. But for guys who watching to the car, yes, they will be impressed. But what about inside? You never find these things on this restoration show. Yes, you in the beginning of show you see this car, really old car, rusty car, welding also have point in this show, but they not showing you how you want to adjust your welding machine. This is only from your experience. You're adjusting this gas, the speed of wire which goes to welding, and you're experimenting with this welding machine. You're shifting this power of energy, and you want to welding this rusty car. You want to cut out these parts of metal and then you want to make these patterns of this metal and then you fixing somehow and you welding. But in car restoration shows for rebuilding, you can't to get knowledge from them. Yes, probably inspiration, but this inspiration should be founded on your abilities. You always want to figure out what you can do, what you can't to do by own hands. You don't want to go to workshop for restoration of car. First of all, this will be really expensive process for rebuilding old car. Probably will be better from time to go in a garage and you want to continue you gradually improving your car. You want to accomplish all this welding process. Yes, this really fascinating process. You can watch my video about welding. I'm rebuilding all these parts of frame. But truly say, in modern cars in 70s and later 60s, especially European cars, was with frame and body welded together. So when you want to rebuild the car, you should keep in mind that this is frame and body welded together. If you see that car rusty in lot of parts in these points where they're really weak, you can guess that frame which welded to the body also not so good as you want. And this welding process really hard to accomplish. Yes, this is easy to removing old engine and replace the new engine, but will be not the original condition which you desire. You love old cars for simplicity, for their original condition. So today we learned why these car restoration shows can be really danger, hidden danger, that you can be disappointment if you not value, you can't figure it, how a lot of time you have no a lot of time for rebuilding process completely by our hands. But yes, we like to watch these shows because we want to figure out some design solutions, how they want to find paint, where they want to advising you this is workshops. Also we can see these things and we keep in mind where we want to go to rebuild this car, like advertising. In most of cases this can be Patrick's Garage. Grab your snack, welcome back.